Hey, Internet friends, this is Magic Brad with the Magic Brad Show, and it is Thirsty Thursday. I don't have my cup. Where's my cup? Here's my cup. That's not a cup, that's a glass. So again, we're going to be talking today again about customer appreciation, customer appreciation, and why that's so important these days, especially since people cannot get out and actually meet each other. And I think a lot of people end up being lonely and they don't hear from their friends. And you got to do something to show your appreciation for those people you know, like, trust, love, and care for. And some of those are your customers. So I'm going to bring my friend. His name is Bo Young. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen. Here he is, Bo.
Hey, Magic Brad.
I'm going to put you on the other side over there. See how that goes?
Yeah. Now you got your logo where it belongs. Perfect.
That's right. So how's your world?
My world's great. I take Thursdays out of my office to work on lots of different things, and connecting with you is obviously one of those now. It's become a theme. But feeling great. We just we released, or we were just recognized, my team, my agency, for the third year in a row as the favorite insurance agency, and so that's kind of exciting. We're proud of that because we have really good competition. You know what I'm saying?
That acknowledgement once in a while. That's all it really takes. I mean, I used to think that I was craving attention. I was trying to figure things out in my life. And it really isn't craving attention as much as it is just being acknowledged. You know? Yeah. I don't need a lot of patting on the back and bells and whistles. I just need you to know that I did, you know?
Yeah. You know, I don't know. I think it's a human thing to just know that you matter, right?
Yeah.
And a little pat on the back sometimes is kind of neat. It's not so much for me. I'm just the team that I have. I love the fact that they get recognized for what they do and how they do it. And so
absolutely, it's what keeps the ball rolling. Because if you didn't have any of that, it's kind of like, why do this?
Yep, totally. What about you? What's new with you, Mr. Magic Brad?
Well, a lot of little things are shifting, and it feels good because it's honing in. And since the event expo, the event world got disrupted by COVID, I've been kind of adjusting little things and doing this affiliate marketing thing, and you find some that are good, some that are bad, some that are neutral, and all that kind of thing.
Right.
And I'm honing in on things. So that's what's happening here. And my old business partner, he's got his home improvement and design expos coming up, but because of COVID, they don't know what's going to be happening there. You never know when they're just going to shut those things down. So
sure.
Him and I are in discussion talking about helping these home improvement professionals in an online way, because they can't just shut down the business. They got to feed their families. So
right.
How are they going to do that? So that's what we're doing.
Okay.
And I wanted to share and talk with that a little bit about you today, in that the whole concept of customer appreciation, these people need that kind of stuff. And as we've said it before, that it's a lot harder to acquire a new customer than it is to retain a past customer. And the best kind of business is referral business. So
that's correct.
The thing that you introduced to me with the banner season thing, that really helps to do that kind of thing, where it kind of does both those. It keeps the customer top of mind, and also suggests that possibly you should refer business to this person. And it again shows that appreciation and gives a person that recognition and makes you feel good.
Right. Your customers should talk behind your back.
There you go.
Right. And you want them to say good things about you behind your back. They should be advocates for you and your business or whatever you're bringing to the table. So if they're not talking behind your back, that's actually, it can be a concern, right? So if you're in the event industry and somebody talks about, hey, we're having a wedding or whatever, and you don't come top of mind right away, they're not talking behind your back. You have a chance to earn in the business. And so if you can do some things, set some things in motion that make sure that you are top of mind, and that they enjoy working with you, and that they have a positive experience, it really goes a long ways. We've said it before, fortune's in the follow-up. This system, the fortune's in the automated follow-up sometimes, just to keep you top of mind. So yeah, you're right. Referrals drive so much. And what I have found is many people fail to say thank you for the referral, and they forget to say thank you outside of an email for maybe the new customer, new client. So the person that sourced it or referred them that way, and the new person. One example. I have a new client into my agency. Okay. And before they received any paperwork from our system, they actually received a gift welcoming them to our team. And I had a call yesterday to check in, say, hey, the rest of your paperwork should be coming if it hasn't already. Anything else we can do? And what comes up? They said, thank you so much for the gift. My wife was blown away that you sent that. I've never seen anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Our names were on it. It was personalized. We talked about the brownies for a couple of days, and thank you for that. And I said, well, it's part of our system, and I'm glad you appreciate it. So it goes a long ways. And the next package is going to be really well received.
Well, the thought that came into my head is I've had situations where I was real pleased with the person I was working with that I bought from.
Right.
I was the customer. But I would like to tell people about what was their name again? I can't. They're really good at what they do, but I just can't remember.
Yeah.
And why don't I remember exactly who that person is? Because it was just like one touch.
Right.
To kind of stay in front and be memorable. I think you use a thing like that. It's known, liked, trusted, and remembered, right?
And remembered. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, like, and trust is good. That's important, but remember it in that name. You're right. And I'm terrible at names. I'm really bad at it. And so I understand when somebody may not remember my name. And if all they ever received from me after we wrote their insurance or whatever it was a bill, hopefully they don't, they don't correlate the two so much.
From an invoicing company?
Yeah, that's not ideal. How about wow, they made this experience very unique. Very good.
Another good example of this is a guy that used to has set himself up at the Minneapolis Farmers Market.
Okay.
Super nice guy. His name's Steve. I don't know what his last name is. He's a window guy, and I could never remember what the window company was. So he branded himself as Steve the Window Guy. So now I remember him, and I can look it up and find it, and I found out he's with Universal Windows.
Okay.
So it's
nice plug for them. Yeah.
So I remember him not because of the company. I remember him because of him.
Right.
And he's a nice guy. So that's the gift that he gives to me by just being a nice person. And now I remember it. His business is Windows, and I know exactly who it is.
Sure.
I think that's so important with all this, especially now in this world of the internet. A quick example is right now I'm looking at ways of doing virtual events.
Okay.
If I do the event expo in March, which is very possible, I want to be able to do something in parallel with it. There's so many of these different virtual event type companies. I'm getting confused with which one it is. So
Sure.
How are they going to stay in touch with me? Even if I'm not a customer yet, how can they stay in touch with me to make them be top of mind when I make the decision?
Exactly. And there's systems out there that can make that process of staying top of mind really easy, right? Whether it be a card or a postcard showing up every month, every quarter, every 6 months, whatever it is that that you need in your drip marketing beyond your emails that only get open so much. So those systems exist. Obviously, I represent one that has worked extremely well for many industries, including event planners. It's amazing what the system can enable somebody to do. It opens your eyes to the possibilities of how do I thank somebody who's just signed up to come to the event? How do I thank my sponsors or my exhibitors, right? They normally don't get anything other than you hope that they get new business. Well, why not send them something that's either got the logo of the expo or their logo? There's a lot of ways to do this, and it doesn't have to be complicated.
I've got that little thing up here that this actually points to a landing page where a person can enter an email, and then it redirects to that thing called Banner Season, because that's what we're talking about. And these are some things that you sent me. These are coasters. These little cork coasters. They're really cool, and that way they don't put those little rings on your table. And it's got my little MagicBrad show thing on here. And I remember because I was doing the Synergy Cafe. That was a different thing. And it's got the little logo thing on there. And you sent this to me. I did an unboxing video of it. And along with it came this little card. It's got my name on it.
Hey, that's your name, Brad.
Yes. And it says, people are always saying, think outside of the box. What if the answer is inside the box? It's got this cool little picture of people looking inside the box. You know this already because you're the one that sent it to me. But I appreciate it. And it's kind of cool because it's got my name all over on it and stuff.
Yeah.
it makes me remember it. And this does not have any of the branding for banner season on it because that would confuse me.
Right.
It comes from you.
That's right.
This comes from your name and your address and stuff. So you can do that with all these things and customize it all. I think that is really important because I've seen some of these things and it confuses the heck out of you when you get an email from somebody and there's some other thing that's attached to it and you kind of wonder, oh, where's this coming from? I'm confused.
Right.
But I know this. I even know your name. Your name is Bo.
Yeah. Right on. And the coasters that we sent, if those were coasters with my company logo on it, what good is that for you? You're not going to use them. You're not going to display them, right? Your company, your thing matters to you, right, not mine.
Exactly.
So that makes more sense. Your name is a very important word in your world, in your dictionary, right? So if your name's in the front of the little box, but I think, we're glancing over that message that's within that card is that the answer might be in the box. So when you send a gift box to somebody, a new customer or prospect or whatever, family member, boxes are better. And being in the box, whatever's in there is generally pretty cool. So I like to think outside the box, but this is a unique play on that.
The other thing I think is very intriguing about this, like this is another little thing that you sent me. This is a little miniature briefcase.
Yeah.
Little briefcase opens up. It's got the little things on there, just like a real briefcase, and it's got my logo on it. But back in the day, when you used to send these out to your customers, they had minimums, 500 or 1,000 minimum. And plus they charge you for the artwork and all that stuff. And the internet is fascinating to me how all this stuff has changed so much and made things so much easier. Now the minimum is 1.
Right. Yeah, you could take a one-off, and you don't have to pay a bunch extra to get one of those items. In the personalized or in the promotional items world, usually there's a minimum order, right?
Right.
So that is a neat thing. But let's just say I had a template, and it was this briefcase or attaché belongs to, and it puts your name in there, right? Instead of your logo. I could have done that too. You still would have thought it was cool. But we could create that in the system where I add a template, if you will, to the cart. And I could have sent 100 briefcases with a couple clicks that all showed up in somebody's mailbox with their name on it. And it wasn't a lot of work. So you're right. You can do either a lot of the same, one-offs, and one-offs to 1,000 people at one time.
You can, it's a print merge kind of thing.
Exactly.
Just
yeah.
like they do with the email thing, and it looks like it's customized. Well, this is customized for each individual person. That's very, very cool. That's what's neat about the system.
Yeah, I'm anxious for you to do a magic trick with that thing sooner or later. So
what was the acronym you used for system? I saw a video you did about system.
System. Save yourself time, energy, and money.
Yes, that's it. And that's kind of what this is. Once you got that template set up and you get a whole bunch of new customers, you just do that.
Yeah. And then it becomes it's automatable, right? And I'm a huge fan of systems that do that. So yeah, I learned that acronym. It's probably been 13 years, 12 years that I learned that acronym, and it stuck with me the whole time.
Well, I like acronyms. I'm surprised I didn't hear that one.
Yeah.
I'm a system guy too. I mean, being able to move things forward fast.
Sure. So we talked about the event industry. I think that for a plug for the season for giving and for what you have up there is that now is the time to start planning what's going to happen if you're in business and you're going to send out some type of a holiday thing, right? Mm-hmm. We have some that used to do a holiday party for all their clients from the year. If you're in the real estate world, maybe you hosted a dinner to say thanks. And now may not be the time it's available. You can't do it, but you still want to touch your customers in a certain way. So you could go on our system and create a thank you card or a thank you package and just have it ready to go so that it's going to go out between Thanksgiving and Christmas or a specific date. You can do all that work now instead of wait to the last minute like many people do, and then pay for it when it goes out at that time. So we're here to help you through that too, because the holiday season can be hectic and might as well get it all done before you get there.
Well, what's also going to happen is there's this is the first time we've had a pandemic, and there's going to be holiday parties taking place.
Yeah.
They're going to be on Zoom. So how are you going to make those holiday parties unique and different? You'll be able to send things out in advance. Everybody gets on Zoom and does the holiday party, and everybody will be able to do little codes and stuff. And
right. Yeah, you can get little flashcards saying, "Hey, wait, slow down," or "Hey, it's like applause. There's hands clap," and it's there's ways you can do that and send that package out in advance so everybody has one to
And
participate.
that makes it the idea is it makes it a lot more fun for a person to do this kind of thing rather than typing a thank you email or a cut email.
Right.
This is actually creating something that's unique and
Absolutely
aside from the businessy stuff.
There's a power in when you do these things too. Knowing the reaction you're going to get. I think I've shared that before. Yesterday the company hit their goal. They wanted to hit a certain level of customers that are added to the system, and they did it. They exceeded. They hit 104%. And so, cool announcement for today is the fact that anybody that signs up this month is going to have 50 free greeting cards if they sign up for our $49 plan. So it's $1 for. You've already paid the $49. They're free, 50 of them. So that's an exciting thing for somebody that might want to just catch up with some old clients, or, send something out to current people and just say, I'm thinking of you. It's a powerful thing to do. So kind of a wonderful thing that they added.
It is. Back when I did my magic full time, I used to send out a lot of postcards. That's how I got my business, is sending postcards to corporate. And the way I would evaluate it and figure it out, okay, if I'm charging like $500 for a magic show, I would take it and I would divide the cost of the postcard, which is basically about 50 cents a card, into 500. That's how many touches I could possibly make before I would break even.
Right. Right.
So the cost to send out these gifts in comparison to like a siding or a window company or a bathroom remodeling company, when it's a project that's going to be $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, you can send a lot of brownies and golf balls and gifts and to get that business.
I hope at the minimum you can spend $10 to $12 to send a couple brownies and a nice card. Right? But you can put that up to say, hey, I want to drop a $25 Amazon gift card or this and that in there as well. You can do that. And so, yeah, that's a good point. And if you take those customers and you look at the lifetime value of that customer, including, if you've done any of the data on your own business and say, well, an average is about 3 referrals for every roofing job or whatever that we do. Well, you can equate that to find out, what is that customer worth? And what would it take for me to maintain them so I get them for next time? And so do it, spend the money, and it might be a very small amount to keep them as a client and to be top of mind. So when that topic comes up, they refer you.
And when things open up a little bit and people start getting together again, these things that sit around your house end up being conversation starters.
They do.
Oh, that's kind of neat. How did you get that? Like, that's a cool little briefcase. Where did you get that?
Right.
I can tell them, you can keep that ball rolling. That's where the referral business starts coming in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, we're at, I can't see it, 18 minutes.
18 minutes.
So I like to keep these tighter because there is that commodity of time. I keep talking about it. That's the challenge these days. There's this event. There was the AGC Zoom event. Janet Johnson had an event going on.
Oh, yeah.
All these things going on at the same time. And so we don't want to take too much people's time. So I'm going to sign this one off. Bo, if you want to stay on, we can have a little chat.
Yeah. Hey, Brad, I was to say, it's worth mentioning that AGC event that you talked about, right?
Yeah.
If somebody, encourage people to go to joinagc.com, I think is the website.
Join AGC.
Join AGC, yeah. So Accelerated Global Connections is offering now $1 per day, basically, virtual membership, and it's an incredible idea, and is going to open the door to people. And as Travis and many have discussed, your network is your net worth. So if you can expand your network, guess what happens? You might expand your net worth. So I encourage people to check that out.
And they've done a very good job. I got to applaud. I got to do some applause for Mr. Travis. The way that he put that thing together, the concept of a hybrid type of sort of like a TED Talk and a networking event, that's with the live events. But he's also picked up very rapidly with this Zoom stream thing. His presentation is very, very professional.
It is.
With the Zoom rooms and all that, you can kind of break out.
And he talks about that. There's gold in the Zoom room. After the events, they have virtual events, and then you get a chance to talk to people and network and ask for specific referrals, things like that. It's really powerful. And I've managed to develop some great connections being a part of this group. And so definitely encourage people to check it out.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to get him on as a guest and interview him about AGC.
Great idea. Yeah.
I'm going to put you in the green room, bud.
All right. Thanks, Brad.
So there you have it. That's Bo Young. He's an insurance guy, and he's also got this other side business with this gift giving. It's called Banner Season. And once again, you can connect with Banner Season by going to seasonforgiving.com, and that gives me your email address so I can stay in touch with you. Other than that, you can just get a hold of us. So that's all for now. Peace, love, and happiness. This is Magic Brad signing off. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be nice, be good, be kind. Those are the rules. See ya.